Greetings and happy Wednesday. I think the mic's working. Oh, yes, I have it attached. I'm almost like on time, but not quite. How's it going, everybody? Oh, I screwed up, so now I can't see the chat. Hold on. I gotta fix something. What the heck? I ruined it. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring these back and remember not. Oh, that's gonna suck. If that covers it up every time. Oh, I'm bumming. Every time I change scenes, it's going to cover up the chat, isn't it? I'm trying to get it so I can see what's going on over here and read the chat like a supposed YouTuber. Chris is here. Greetings. Wow, people are here today. And I'm not even going to work on a plane. Well, you guys get pissed at me. I'll maybe work on this plane. I had an idea, but I broke all my quads, so I gotta it's really windy here, and sometimes it's just so windy you can't fly planes. Although yesterday we went out to fly quads because it was so windy, like 30-mile-an-hour winds, and we ended up. I brought a plane. I brought the Arrow, which is like the indestructible beast, So I took that sucker out, and we had a few lulls in the wind, and I blasted it off. I should have brought more plane batteries. I went through all my quad batteries, and I actually stuck a couple quad batteries in the plane and flew that. Go, because I broke the quad. So here's the quad. Hold on, I'll read the chat in a second. Here's the quad. It's got a... Uh-oh. We're having a thunderstorm, folks. We have a dog, our little friendly. I'll show you. We don't have a Zoe cam, but there's Zoe. There she is. She's here down here because she does not like thunderstorms. Otherwise, she doesn't even like to come down here. So it's crazy. She doesn't want to come down here unless there's something that scares her. Then she wants to be down here. And of course, my glasses need to be cleaned, as I can tell by looking into the lights. I hope all is well with everybody. It is indeed Wednesday. We are going to try to do this quickly, and then we can do the surprise plane project. That's kind of weird, but I just thought of it today, what we should do for a plane project. Because I'm I don't have anything planned. Okay, so the problem with this quad is that it's got a broken arm. This guy right there. So that's broken. That happened yesterday. The problem with this quad is, which is, by the way, the same frame. These are cheapo frames. They are, because everything I buy is cheapo, right? Strix Screech from Ready Made RC. So they're a US based vendor, Ready Made RC, and yeah, right on. So they're only like $20. I think they still have them. Maybe not in stock, but they still sell them and make them. So I'm hoping to be able to buy another arm. So the arm is like two. It's like split. This is one arm. This is another arm, or a piece. So two arms on a piece. So I had 3 of these frames, and I've broken enough arms that I'm done with arms. I'm out. So this quad is either dead, or we have to transfer the stuff from here to here, which if we have to do that, we probably won't do that today. But if I can get this one going, that would be great. So I think the problem is the receiver, if I remember correctly. I couldn't get it to bind. So let's first just see. Oh, and I should read the chat before I break it. So what's happening? Everybody's here. Okay, look, I can scroll even. Look at that. Okay. Greetings. Wow, people are here. That's crazy. +2 is a high today. So that's nice. Snowstorm. We're having a thunderstorm. It was 80 something Fahrenheit, 25 degrees Celsius today. Yeah, it was pretty, and very humid. Very, very humid. Okay, and so there's a lot of activity in the atmosphere. That's typical of this part of the world at this time of the year. So I think what we'll do is we're going to turn on
Welcome to OpenTX.
the radio. We're going to get right into it.
Switch warning.
Um,
Horizon mode. Situation normal. All fucked up. Lights
oh,
on.
excuse the language, but my radio swears. And okay, so I think it's the D16 model. So even if it isn't, we're going to try expected version. Oh yeah, right.
Situation normal. Disengage.
Okay.
Acro mode.
Okay, that's acro mode.
Ugly.
So
Situation
all its settings are the same as what I'm used to. That's the arming. It's got 2-stage arming, I bet. Props are off. Props are off. Practice safety here. Let's have a 4S battery. Do I have a 4S battery? Let's just get one of the quad batteries that somehow survived all the crash. No, I didn't really crash that much. I only crashed a couple times. Okay, so let's see if it binds to this, first of all. And
Horizon mode.
I don't think so.
Horizon mode. Acro mode.
I don't think so. Let's see if the VTX is working. Oh, here I'm going to lose the chat. But let's just see if I lose the chat. If I select VTX for my mouse, it's going to be number 8. Number 8. Nope, it doesn't do it. Okay, let's switch scenes. Nope, okay. It doesn't cover up the chat. We're golden. Oh, we just had another power glitch. I lost most of you too. Yeah. Sorry, you probably hate me. You probably wanted me to work on airplanes. Or it was misreporting, because I can't believe that there were like 8 people watching or 6 people watching or whatever it said. Okay, so that's the VTX view. So the quad is well, it's on. Let's see if like the
Horizon mode. Angle mode.
do we have
Horizon
any
mode.
modes?
Acro mode. Horizon mode. Angle mode. Acro mode.
No, we don't have the bottom of the screen even. We can't see the whole screen. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm going to have to do something here. Oh, I'm going to have to go sit at the computer for a second. I'm glad you're still here, Robert. I'm going to fix this here. I'm going to try to fix it so we can see this. So let's go back to 8. Okay. Is that really how it is? Yep. Never mind. Don't mess with it. Oh, crap. I gotta hit shift, I think. Yeah. Okay, I can't fix it. I can't fix it. Nope, I sure can't. Okay, so now I gotta put it back together. I'm gonna have to come up with a better way to do this. But I can see the chat and I can see what's going on. And there, I was in the camera view. Okay, so yeah, all right. It's not bound to that. Now, what I don't know is if the radio is even getting power. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to uncover the heat shrink on this receiver. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. We'll switch to this camera. I mean, I hope you guys aren't adverse to me working on a quad. I'm not really. I don't know. We were talking about it yesterday, me and my flying buddies, about what it's like to, do we like flying planes better or flying quads better? Well, of course, none of them are better. They're just different. That's what I kept saying. They're different. They're different. It's a totally different experience. And so we have this park that we go to where we fly quads. Initially, that's where Andy and I started when we first met each other, because we met like on Facebook to fly quads. Like he had a Facebook group that I like with 2 people or 5 people or something in Manhattan, Kansas. So I joined that Facebook group, and that's how I met Andy, and that's how I met Kevin, through Andy, because Kevin was Andy's friend. And so we were not flying RC planes at the time. And I had built RC planes, but I had not yet actually flown one in the air, except for one time. This is like, except when I was younger, I did. That's another story, but okay. Okay, so anyway, doesn't matter. That's how I met Andy, flying at this park that's different than our normal flying field and also different than the park that we normally fly airplanes at. This park is like a really cool park. It was just like not, they had this whole section that was like not developed per se. It had like a soccer field on it, but it wasn't really used. And had this area with trees where it was like not a bunch of scraggle. So there were trees that were tall enough that you could fly through the trees. And then there were some gaps in the canopy of the trees that you could dive into and spring out of. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a cool place to fly quads, especially for somebody like me that doesn't, I'm not Joshua Bardwell or, all those crazy quad people. What's the guy's name that I'm trying to think of from Atlanta? Anyway, can't think of his name right now. Steele. What's his name? Yeah, that guy. Anyway, so that's how Andy and I met. And then I told him, I was totally into wanting to build and fly RC planes. Anyway, that's how we started off doing that. And then we went to back to that park yesterday. Well, it turns out now that I know how to fly planes, that's a great place to fly like an Arrow wing. Andy crashed his AR wing yesterday. So one time he came in and he zoomed down like the soccer field where the soccer field used to be. I'm leaving out the part of the story where they've ruined our park because they took it for a frisbee golf park. But okay, I left out that part. But yesterday I figured it was too windy for the freaking frisbee golf players, so we could actually go fly there again and zip around our quads because it was too windy to fly planes. But both Andy and I still brought planes because that's how we are. And so we're flying our planes too because the wind wasn't. There were some lulls and it was bouncy and crazy, but still it was good enough to fly. Anyway, what was I going to say? Had a lot of fun. We had fun yesterday. We had fun. It was nice. It was nice it was like the good old days, We haven't got to just hang out with no constraints for it seems like for a while. Anyway, so he came down the soccer field and then he went into the trees like where we were flying the quads, right? And then he zipped up and he went straight up and out through the canopy, and it was freaking awesome. And he went, and then he came in for another try. So he's gonna do it again, that's handy, man. He has way more guts than I have, 10 times. He just has he'll try things that I just won't try. So, and he's way better pilot too. So, he came down the soccer field again, and so there's you go into this gap and you can brake right or you can brake left, and there's an obvious, from where we were flying from, where we were sitting, there was an obvious gap at the left that's the first place he went. So this time, or on the right. So this time he went left. And it turns out to be just as big of a gap there. You can go up, the plane can go up. But man, he went right up and smacked into the tree head on in the center of the AR wing and just blast. So the whole front, 100 millimeters of it is just blasted away into 4 or 5 bits. It's kind of like the AR Wing Pro that we glued together. It's down. Where is it? Somewhere. Oh, it's in the other room. Okay, I ran out of room for planes over here. So I said he's going to have to do the same thing that he was the one who encouraged me. Just glue it back together. Remember on that live stream? If you don't, that's what happened. Andy was on it, and he said, just use hot glue. And I just said, yeah, okay, we'll just do it. So that's the story. That's today's story. So I broke the quad, and that's why, I was ripping around the trees too, but not those trees. There's another group of trees that are with way bigger gaps, that you could fly up, a Cessna through, probably no problem. So, like a real Cessna, So anyway, that's the gaps that are good enough for me to fly through. So, yeah. It was fun though. Lots of fun, and Andy blasted his plane to bits, and I broke my quad. So there you go. If you have fun, if you have a lot of fun, you're probably gonna, come away with stuff broken, right? Okay, here we're talking about this plane, or not plane anymore. We're gonna talk about this quad. We're going to take off the heat shrink so we can see if it's getting power, and we can see when it's bound with a green light. That'll help me, okay? Let's do that. So let's get Frisbee golf is fun. It is fun. Yes, I agree. I love Frisbee golf. Here's the deal. Okay, let me explain the situation at the park. So the park so there was already a Frisbee golf course at this park. So it's called Fairmont Park. You can Google it. Fairmont Park, Manhattan, Kansas. You can Google it. It's, I'm not afraid. You guys know where I live. So it's a cool park because it's right along the river, and they had the whole Frisbee golf course on one side of the road, and then on the other side of the road was this field. And it was like a soccer field, but it was unused. They didn't hardly ever have soccer practices or something. Every once in a while, we'd show up there and there'd be soccer practices. And then there was the trees, the cool part, right, where we could zip our quads through. So there was a field. There was another field on the other side, and there was a stand of trees between the two soccer fields, which is another cool place to fly your quads through, because there's just a straight line full of trees. So there's 12 gaps, right in a row. So, okay, so there's that part, and then over here there's this other woods part where there's all kinds of crazy pathways to follow. You can make your own. There's just a billion, really, if you just randomly pick something. So that's where they added another 9 holes to the Frisbee golf course. So they already had their Frisbee golf course, and there were 2 other Frisbee golf courses in Manhattan. And granted, there are way more Frisbee golf players in Manhattan than there are people who fly these or those, There's just way more. So, yeah, what can you do, right? What can you do? But I agree. Frisbee golf is right. If you ain't breaking it, you ain't trying hard enough. When you unplugged the quad, it said telemetry lost.
Welcome to Open
Let's see that again. Okay. Let's plug it in. Thank you, Robert. I'm just too busy telling my freaking stories. Okay. Wait a minute. Acro mode. Okay. The thing is, on the screen, where is the screen? Okay, I gotta look. I can't remember my numbers anymore. VTX is 8. 8. Okay, this is the screen we can't see though, because it's too far down. We can fix that later. But okay, let's just disconnect it.
Telemetry lost.
Oh, it sure in the heck did. How about that? How about that? Okay, so it's bound, right? Let's see if we can arm it. It's not GPS or anything.
Telemetry recovered.
Telemetry recovered. Okay. What are we going to do here? How do you arm it? You do this.
Engaged. Telemetry lost.
Yeah, it's not arming.
Disengage. Telemetry
It's not
recovered.
it's not.
Horizon mode. Angle mode. Acro mode. Horizon mode. Angle mode.
It's not
Horizon
even giving
mode.
the.
Acro mode. Angle mode.
Not even giving the beeps when you.
Horizon mode.
It's not beeping.
Angle mode.
Okay, that's probably has to do with that stupid crazy receiver number thing. So let's go through the menu here. Let's pick the oh no. Let's pick this one. Enter.
Angle mode. Lights off. Disengage. Horizon
No,
mode. Acro
still no
mode. Angle
beeper.
mode.
We have a beeper programmed into this.
Engaged.
Yeah. See, I think there's a problem with the receiver. That's what the problem is with this stupid quad. I just couldn't remember, but that is what it is. So what we should do is unplug this and let's try another receiver. I have this one here. I have no idea. I have new ones too, but I figured we'd try the used one first, and then we would try to see if there's something wrong with the connector. It's warm. It's definitely getting power. So we're going to take this one out. 11. 11, is that good? Oh, I can see. Look at that. I can see what I'm doing. We're going to turn it this way. There we go. There's our quad. I do have all the top pieces and stuff. So it's been so long since I looked at a quad, worked on a quad like this, like got into it. So, definitely need glasses for this. I think all we're going to do is unplug this, plug it into here. It's the same. Should be the same. If I can see where the plugs are, where the wires are. Holy crap, I can't see which way it goes in. They're on this side. Okay. So that way. Okay. We do want to take the heat shrink off of this though, so I can bind it. We're going to bind it to the same model as the other one. So I don't need to have it, the D16 model. I don't need to have a bunch of different ones. Okay, I'm looking around for the thing to cut this with. Here. We're going to cut this open carefully. It's not plugged in. I think I'll start it with this. See if I can rip it a little bit. Oh yeah, it looks like I cut along there already. Thinking I might try to take this off. Okay. See if we can take it off. Oh, it's a bigger one than I thought. Oh, it's one of these. I got a whole bunch of these before from Banggood. And it's kind of a weird receiver because it's a Free Sky receiver, or FR Sky, whatever you want to call it. But you never see one like this. It's a FR Sky Mini or whatever. It's like the XSR, but it's an XSR with for Eachine. It was made for Eachine to fit in one of their quads. But then they must have just tried to get rid of them. So they had them on sale for pretty cheap. That's how I think this other one that's still here, I think this is one of those too, possibly. So I'm hoping it's the same. I just plugged it in. Better make sure the wiring's the same, but I really have no idea here. There's no labeling on it. Oh, maybe there is. So I didn't realize that that's what it was until just now. So PB minus plus. So plus is good, minus is good. B and P, whatever the heck that is, that's one of those two. I hope it matches. Okay, so we're going to power it up because I'm adventurous. And then we're going to see what kind of light we get. Let's, I think this was one.
Welcome to OpenTX.
I think I had it in like a 3-inch quad or something. So it might be D16. So we're going to.
Angle mode.
We're going to go back to D16. We're on this one called Purple Haze, which was a 3D printed, purple colored 3D printed quad that I think had some of these guts in it at one point. Okay, so we're going to look for the one that says D16, this one.
Switch warning. Angle mode. Situation normal. Disengage.
Okay, so this is, we should be good. And acro mode. Okay, and then it's got the 2-stage arming, or at least it should, because it says, so this is what happens with the arming. You put it there, and then you hold this one.
Engaged.
Oops. And it says engaged. That's when you know it's...
Disengaged.
And of course the props go, because I have the props set up to go. Okay, so we got this plugged in. Let's get it away from any shortage possibilities there, and we'll plug in the battery. And look, we have a green light. You see that? So that means it's bound. So let's see if we get a beeper. Nope.
Horizon mode.
You
Angle
know,
mode.
still don't
Horizon
have
mode.
anything.
Acro mode.
So maybe it's the connector. Maybe there's something wrong with the connector. We're going to hook it up to Betaflight now. We got to bring in a professor and hook it up to Betaflight, right? What do you say? Is that it? Yes, it is. It's an AKK FX2. It's a nice VTX. Yeah, I'll put it down close so you can see. I'll turn it around so it's not upside down. How about that? Oh, it's too bright. Sorry, the picture's so bad. It's these LEDs. Does that fix it? No. Maybe. R3. That's what I fly. R3. We have a plan. So I'm on R3. Andy flies on R1. And Kevin flies on R7. We try to keep our distance from each other. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna check the connector. That's the next thing, isn't it? So we need a new connector to test out. Oh dear. That means I'll have to solder one on. But oh no, we're gonna hook up Betaflight. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, we'll hook up Betaflight. So let me get a computer. You'll be able to see what's on the computer screen if I do my job right. My YouTuber job. We'll put that aside. I haven't been in Betaflight. I don't even know. We're going to have to download it onto this computer because I haven't been in Betaflight since I've gotten this computer. So, we're first going to hook it up to iNav, and it'll tell me what version it is so I can get the right version of the configurator. Oh, I got to get the HDMI cable so you guys can have a view of what is happening on this machine. And a mouse so I don't have to mouse around with the stupid trackpad. Man, I hate trackpads. They pain me. Okay. Things are asking me questions. Yeah, I want that to do. Oh, there's my taxes. I did my taxes on this computer because it's my own computer, so I can do my taxes on it instead of doing it on a work computer like I used to. And shouldn't be admitting that, should I? But it's okay. We are allowed to use our work computers for personal stuff within reason. Okay. What are we going to do? I have the screen should be number 2, right? Yep. So we're going to hook it up to, oh shit, I don't have a cable ready. Just as always, and I have zillions of USB cables piled up everywhere. Let me go find one. Which kind do we need? Should definitely be one here. This one. That's USB-C. That's the kind I couldn't find last time, and now I found one. And, oh, here, let's try this one. Okay. Of course, it's super long. Here. Nope. 4. There. Super long. I'm not prepared. I keep trying to get organized, like get this place organized, but then I keep changing it around. Like I'm going to put up another shelf there. I got a bunch of shelf brackets. I did this project at work, and in the process of buying this project at work, I had to look for shelf brackets. I didn't end up buying the shelf brackets that I found at Amazon for the work project, but then when I got home, I said, I'm going to look at shelf brackets again, and then I ended up getting the shelf brackets. Okay, we've got the computer on the poor VTX. It's not that super hot. Okay, we're going to plug it in over here. I'm going to get some slack off of this. Put it under the battery. There we go. Okay, which way does it go in? It goes in this way. Let's hope we have a... Oh, this USB didn't work. It didn't work. Ah, crap. Okay, this cable sucks. Let's get rid of it. It's an Anchor cable, too. That's a good brand. They let me down with this one. Hold on. Hold on. Where are they all? Where did I just put them? I brought them here. I have some brand new untouched USB cables. Where in the heck are they? Gosh darn it. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the... Okay. Sorry. Let's unplug this.
Telemetry lost.
Okay. I can't believe we're screwing around because I don't have a freaking USB cable. Because I've misorganized all my stuff. Hold on. Ah, here. There's one. It's insane. Zoe's going to get upset if I get too upset. She doesn't like it. Oh my God. And these are all tangled up. This is crazy. Okay. Unbelievable. There we go. We'll just put that aside. This one should be good. This one should be good. I've used this one before. Okay. Let's try it. Let's open iNav configurator 2.2.1. That's old. Where are you? Oh, no, one's already running. 6.0 is running. We'll try that one. Okay, see if it detects something. Okay, COM4. Oh, let's turn on the computer. 2. Oops. Hold on. I crapped out the just broke the chat. Haven't been looking at it anyway, sorry, but now I really broke it. So hold on. I gotta fix it. Let's put this like that. These, oh no, these go over here. Oh my gosh, this is a mess. Okay, this goes in front of that. I'm gonna have to like get some kind of thing, deal with the chat so I can get a stay on top window somehow. Okay, let's go to number 2. And let's switch. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. Let's connect. Look at that. We got CLI. So let's go version. I can't even see what I'm typing. Oh, I'm not typing anything. VER. Oh, I typed it right. Version. Beta flight. STM F405. Which Dell RCF. Okay. These are the pieces of information we need. It's beta flight 4.1.5 from 2020. Woohoo! Okay. Yes. So this is what we need. We need to get Beta Flight 4.1.5 and get the DAL R, and we know it's a DAL RC. Let's get Beta Flight 4.1.5. So we're gonna do. Oh, great! My taxes are all on the screen everywhere. Here we'll go. This is one of my. See, this is my work stuff. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll make this on top, and we'll get rid of that. Now we have a window. That was a Proxmox cluster login, and that's a really cool thing. You guys should, if you're into like a home computer labs kind of situation, you want to fire up virtual machines and containers, Proxmox, do it. Okay, we're going to do Beta Flight. Beta Flight 4.1.5. Let's see if it takes me right to the GitHub. .1 release notes. This is okay. 3 years ago. Love it. But that isn't the. This isn't what I wanted. This is not. I should say site:/github.com. Okay, we're going to have to go through the releases, of course. We're going to have to go way down. Oh, do the Betaflight configurators not match the version of the... Oh, man, it's been so long. They don't. It's different than iNav. Isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know. When is this? 2017. So it's Betaflight configurator is... Okay, let's just get a latest one. Betaflight configurator. Okay, let's find the releases page. Where is that? Packages, releases. There's no releases page? Releases. 60 plus releases. 10.9 latest. Okay, let's get down to the assets. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it, right? We'll just do the portable zip. I'll show you why, because we're going to do it the same way we do iNav. Except for a different reason. iNav, of course, you must have the version of the configurator that matches the version of the firmware, for the most part, within a few points usually. And I guess Betaflight, we just have, I hope I don't have to go back to like a previous 10. Oh my God, it's been so long. I don't even know where the computer is that I use for Betaflight. I don't know where that is. It's probably like one of my old Linux laptops or something. So, I think Betaflight, yeah, because I ran it on Linux. Yeah. I think I ran Linux for Betaflight. And it was a pain in the butt because I couldn't run the stupid things where you program the ESCs. What is it? Flash the ESCs. So I was just stuck with, I'm stuck with whatever they got. Now I'm not, because I can do it here. But back in the day at work, I didn't even have a laptop. I didn't even have a work laptop until recently. And I brought it home and worked on it at home all the time. And I put a dank RC sticker. Now, this is not the work laptop anymore, but... Okay. Where is it? Here it is. I'm just sitting here waiting for this to pop up or something. Nothing's popping up. I'm just blabbing on. I am so sorry. Okay, so we're going to open this. And we're going to drag this over to C bin. Oh, we don't need to open bin. We're just going to drag it to bin. And this laptop, doesn't have the best SSD in it. That's for sure. I've noticed that. Okay, hey, what's happening? Yeah, BL Heli, thank you. I'm buffering right now. Is it not working? Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I can't even see the quality. I gotta fix that. Okay, if I do that, I gotta be very careful. We're gonna drag this over here. We're gonna drag this up slowly. And then can I see the stream health? God, this is not set up for like a small, not set up for me to squeeze it into a small area, which it could be YouTube. You could have, but I probably got to get something. You can't just install the new beta flight? I could, but I'm waiting to see. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with this quad first. So I want to see, like, am I communicating with the receiver? Number one. And so my thought was that I would go to beta flight and just be able to run the configurator, go to the receiver tab or whatever it's called in beta flight, and then see if the receiver's connected. Because even though the receiver's bound, I'm thinking maybe the problem with this, my brain just can't remember, was the connector. Or maybe I was questioning whether it was the connector. I don't know. Because now I've got two different receivers that have a green light when the radio's on, but yet not talking to the flight controller, seemingly. So that's what we're going to test before we even get to the point of, yes, then, correct, I should follow your advice and update beta flight. Now, this quad has a newer version of beta flight than this quad. And this quad has a weird, I do remember it has a weird kind of thing that I never was able to tune out of it, that this quad does not have. And this has a really old version of beta flight on it, like your grandpa's beta flight. That's me. I'm not a grandpa, thank God, not yet. Although I do have two kids of childbearing age, and one could bear children, of course, being a woman. So, yeah. Okay, look how long it takes to copy this out of a zip file. It's taking forever. Oh, it's not even on the screen. We're just stuck. We're stuck waiting for this. Because what? What did I do to make you so slow? It's a 10th generation, I think, i7. I just don't know. It's like I said, it's the SSD. I think the SSD is junk. I think they put in junk SSDs in these consumer-facing laptops. There's nothing worse than a consumer-facing laptop, but the price was right. Okay, I can't believe how look at just like, I feel like, yeah, there we go. 200 kilobytes per second. It's like from the days of my Commodore 64. This is ridiculous. Okay, jeez. That was incomprehensibly long time. Holy crap-a-moly. Okay, now where in the hell's the executable? It's right here. So let's drag that out here. And whatever, we're just going to make a shortcut. We right drag to get that menu, by the way. All right, beta flight configurator. All right, let's unplug this. Let's close off iNav. Then let's go to Betaflight. And let's, oh, we want it. Oh, sure. You can have the worlds. Okay. Gosh, it's been a long time, Betaflight. Welcome back. Okay, let's see if we can plug it in. Geez, we got connected to it through iNav. You think we can connect to it through. Okay. Whoa, look at that. It just, oh, look at that. Betaflight to the rescue. It does not mess around. You do not have to press connect. It just says hello. How fancy are we? Okay. So we're going to go to the receiver tab. And then we're going to actually turn on the receiver. And see what happens.
Welcome to OpenTX.
And then I get all the stupid warnings because my radio is about to die. Okay, so we have a green light on the... We were to go to... Oh, I can't even see the camera anymore. What did I do? Okay. I can't see what I'm going to preview. So hold on. I got to adjust things again. I screwed up that view. I wanted just a little bit of it to show through. Okay. Now I can switch. All right. See, we got a green light there. Maybe you can't see it, but there's a green light there. Right there. And then we have no...
Horizon mode.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear that thunder? That was a big one. That's a biggie. Zoe's not going to be going anywhere. It's okay, good girl. Yeah. She's a good girl. She is scared. Okay, so we're not getting any talk. We're not talking to this receiver. And yet we're bound to it. So that tells me there's something wrong with the wiring to the receiver from Betaflight. But the next thing we should just double check. Let's go to the screen where you can see Betaflight. Sorry about that. And it's okay, Zozo. Let's go to the ports. And let's look at the ports here. So look at all the ports we have. And look at, we're not using anything because it's a quad. It's not a plane. It doesn't need any ports for GPS and lights and all the goodies that we have. Okay. So just UART1. Of course, it's a Dell RC F405. So let's look at that. Let's look that up real quick. Where was our, here we go. Is Dell RC even a thing anymore? Am I going to even be able to look up anything on it? AIO flight controller, and that's what I have. I'm sure it's not still a SKU. Right? No. Yep, that's this board. Okay, so let's look at, can we zoom in this picture? Oh dear, get away from me. Okay. Let's see. We're going to the opposite side of where the USB port is. And it is the pins towards the... Where's that little switch? Do we even have a little switch like that? That's a different one than ours. Oh no, this isn't an AIO. Duh. This has separate ESCs. Separate ESCs. Okay. It's this one. Okay. Let's see if we can see just a little bit. Oh my god, another huge thunder. So we are over here at the same side as the USB. That also doesn't have a switch. We don't have a switch on ours. Oh, yes, we do. Never mind. We have a switch. Poor Zoe. We have a switch. This is it. This is it. Okay, so it's the side with the USB. What is that? Look, that's not TX1. That's the VTX and TX5 and RX5. Huh? Can't be. It must be these. What are these? Oh, we can't zoom in anymore. Do we have a wiring diagram? Reset. Do we have a wiring diagram? Of course not. It's not going to be like Maytech, is it? Okay, let's go to Dell. Let's look this up again. Let's see if there's is there a Dell RC? Is that even a thing anymore? They're probably gone from the world. Diagram, images. That's the AIO one. It's not the one we want. That's the AIO one too. There's some faucets. Okay, they have a good picture of the AIO one, but not the other one. Huh. Maybe this one? Let's look at this picture. There we go. Oh, that's the AIO one too. All right, I'm going to have to take it out, open it up. I'm going to have to open it up, folks. Sorry, I wasted your time again, but let's switch over to here. Let's get our little... Poor Zoe. Come on back. There you go. She gets up and starts pacing. Poor girl. She does not like... Oh, that's too small. Next size up. She does not like thunderstorms. So we're going to take this off. I'm not doing very good at showing you what I'm doing because I'm covering the whole camera with my hands. There we go. We have not achieved anything in an entire hour. I apologize. That's just like the Wednesday workshop. This is not any different than if I were really in the workshop, except for I wouldn't be telling the story of me to a camera of me meeting Andy and flying quads and stuff. Oh, and the first plane we flew out there was a flight test tiny trainer. My tiny trainer, but I let Andy fly it because, like I said, he's a better pilot and he's got more guts. And I think it was a wind gust blew it into the tree and it got stuck in the tree. And he came back and got it later. That's the kind of guy Andy is. I mean, he's... Okay, the nut is stuck in there. The plastic nut is stuck in there. And now I can't get... Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get it out. We'll stick this in there. Come on. Oh my gosh, is it not in there? Oh, it's not in there. I've lost it. There's 2 here, but there should be 3. Or maybe I only took out... See, this one doesn't go on. Okay, I can't see what I'm doing. I'm so blind, you guys. What is going on? Oh, this is the wrong tool. It is stuck in there. Oh, here it comes. There it goes. Oh my gosh. Now, are you going to get fit on there? Maybe not. It doesn't fit on there because of the... Oh, there we go. Careful. Don't mess up this nice VTX. That one's stuck in there too. Even better than the last one. Okay, do it. No? Did it just disappear into the... Where could it be? Okay, well, it's gone. I lost it. Oh, there it is. Duh. You guys are probably yelling at me. It's right there! Okay. Here is the wiring. So, TX4. It's TX4. So let's, oh my God, is that what's wrong with it? It should be UART4. So let's go back. We shouldn't have this plugged in while we're doing this, should we? Don't short out anything, you stupid. It's not plugged into the battery, but it's plugged into the USB port. So let's just quickly, while I hold the VTX away from, the VTX is not powered, let us turn UART4 serial RX on and serial RX off on UART1. Save and reboot. Okay, it reboots pretty fast. No beeping. I didn't hear a beep. Did you? I didn't hear a beep. Oh, it didn't save it. Why didn't it save that? UART4. Oh, okay, let's go back to ports. Okay, UART4. Now let's go to receiver. Still nothing. Still nothing. How about that? Okay, so now let's go to configuration. And let's look at our, I don't know how this works. Oh my God. Is this so different than? Okay, where is the part where you set up which kind of receiver you've got? Let's go back to receiver. Serial via UART. Here, this is it. Oh, S-Bus. Yeah, S-Bus. So that's correct. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. Oh, I'm such a jerk. TAER 1234. Serial via UART. Let's just save that for fun. Okay, so we're going to go with the connector's bad somewhere. That's what we're going with right now. So we're going to unplug, we're going to disconnect. Do we even have to disconnect? Oops, I disconnected the mouse.
Telemetry lost.
Okay, I don't have to hold that up anymore. Okay, so what I think we're going to need to do is find another one of these sets of wires, desolder this. I think there's a problem with this connector. Let's inspect it closely, but let's... Maybe it's broken inside. It looks good. It gets power, so we know the ground and the power are good. The blue one goes to TX4. So that needs to be telemetry. Oh, let's go back to that. Let's plug this back in. Oh my gosh, am I doing it the wrong way? No. There we go. Okay. Let's look at the connections there. That all looks good. All that looks good. These look good. So, we've tried two different receivers. We have the same problem with both. Should I take the receiver out of the good quad and plug it into that? The quad that I know connects to it. The quad with the broken arm that has a good radio because I flew it yesterday. I'm thinking. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? There's probably you guys are yelling at me to tell me to do something. Jose Claudio. Look at your chat. Rotor builds. Okay. That's the good wiring diagram. I'm looking at it, Arth. I'm looking at it, Robert. You are fabulous. Let me get that. Okay, but I got to do it here because that's the wrong computer. So, unfortunately, I should have YouTube going on this computer too. I should, oh, I could have the chat on, maybe. I guess I could. I got to learn these things. Okay, we're going there, Robert. Hold on. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're doing number 2. We're switching. We're going to do HTT. We're going to type it the old school way. TORBUILDS.com. Build number is 15728. Dun, da, da. Oh, what do we got here? It's the Freak 5-inch, folks, with the Dell RC. Robert, how do you find all this? All right. That's probably what you were trying to tell me, get me to pay attention to. So, as you can see, we do have the S bus. If we look at our little, if we switch to number 11, I get my little pointer out. That is the wiring that we're going to, which is the same as going back to this. These guys, right? There is something different about this, though. We're opposite the USB port. This is a different version. Oh, there's 2. Zoe is under my desk on a little tiny piece of carpet. Yeah, this is different. What am I looking at? Am I looking at things the wrong way? No. No, I'm not. This board is different than the one that I have, even though it's the same board, FC. But it is pointing to the same ports if we look at that. Let's try to zoom in here and get down. Oh, it's not going to let us. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That doesn't work. This isn't exactly the same board. Isn't that crazy? It's got the same exact name, but it's not exactly the same. Oh, don't want to lose that. Okay, let's still keep it there. Okay, well, we're gonna look for a connector real quick in the other drawer. So pardon me while I will leave you with the more interesting view of the quad, I guess, because I don't know what to do. I'm not very entertaining. Okay, we're going to bring out the whole FR Sky drawer, and then I'll look at this on camera. And we'll see if I have any more of these little things. I should. Okay. Scooch this over. Okay, we're not plugged in, right? Okay, good. All right, that's number, there we go. We're going to look here for, this is my FR Sky drawer, a halfway decent cable to plug that in, because I don't think, we also have, oh, these kind, right? Are these the same thing, the kind that you get from ready-made RC that you have to build? They might be. Let's look at those too. But let me just search in here real quick and see what we got for the old school XSR type. Nope. It's just a 4-pin connector. Is this one? Is this one? I think this is one. It's got shitty wires on it, but we'll try it out. Oh, look at these are FR Sky switches. 3-way, 2-way. I have a few spare switches. Oh, here's another one. It's got the paddle handle on it. This is my obviously the FR Sky parts bin. Okay, let's just look. What is this? What do we have here? A brand new XSR. Okay, we have another brand new XSR. How about that? Look, here's the FR Sky tool. That's my tool for my crank sets. Oh my god, it fits on the little thing. This was originally a bike tool for my crank sets, but it fits on the little doohickeys on the switches there. I never could find this. Here it is. This needs to go in the pack. That needs to go on the road when I go flying. Okay. Let's take a connector out of a new XSR. And we'll just even maybe do a whole new XSR. We'll bind that and we'll see. We'll just do this. Okay, so we're going to fire up the soldering iron. We are going to clean up our act a little bit. Let's put all the extra quad stuff in here. Let's go back. We'll put this connector stuff away for now. Oh, Amber's yelling at me. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 XSRs. I can build 4 more quads. Why do I just use XSRs? Because I don't fly that far away from myself. I don't know if anybody's asking. Yeah, I'm an IT guy. I am an IT, if that's what you're asking. I work IT at the Kansas State University here in Manhattan, Kansas. And I love my job. I love my job. I'm very lucky person that I get to do something that you know, that you like to do, right? Okay, let's open one of these XSR. The one that I said was an XSR, a real. There's a clone. Oh no, that's an FR Sky one too. They have different. No, this is different. Oh no, the XSR isn't what I think it is. It's got a different connector. Okay, let's use this connector. Scheisse. Let's see if this connector fits in this other receiver. Where is it? Okay, let's go back to this camera. What did I do with that other receiver? Oh, it's still on the quad. Here it is. Let's see. I should plug in that other receiver again just to make sure that it's not talking to that one. We'll plug it into there. This way. Zoe's under my desk. She's moved under my desk. Okay, we'll plug that into there. And we're going to go back to beta flight. Turn on the transmitter again.
Welcome to OpenTX.
We'll go back to beta flight. Beta flight. I've got a mouse here somewhere. Okay, let's see what happens when we plug it in. I love how it does that. Alright, our port is still good. UART 4. Let's look at the configuration for telemetry. Where is that set at? Ports. It's in the ports. So UART 4 would also be for telemetry output. And I believe it's smart port. Okay, let's do that. Save and reboot. Okay, now let's go back to ports. What the hell? Did you see that? It's gone. Why would it do that? Is it because of my version? The configurator doesn't know how to do it? Yeah, I can't set both at the same time. But that's how it's supposed to be. We are on UART 4, right? TX4. Only if the silk screen is backwards, then it's TX2. Shit. Okay. See, that's what sucks. I don't even know if I'm talking to it on the right port. Blue 250. Huh. Do I not have to? Do I have to turn on telemetry? Oh, turn on telemetry. Let's make sure telemetry's turned on. Where is that? Maybe that's not an option anymore. That would be here, right? You guys are probably yelling. Check your chat. What did I miss this time? New RX is always a good plan. Yeah. Change quad profile on radio. Yes, except it's bound to it. That's the thing. I've tried that. We'll do it again. Oh, this time it's not. Oh.
Situation normal. Disengage.
Okay. I didn't even have it turned on all the way. Here, let's go back. It's still not talking to it, I'm sure. Port 2, port 4, receiver. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Oh my God. I can't believe I've done nothing on this whole stream. I am so sorry. Okay, let's just look at my things. Yeah, these are my modes. They look good. So let's face it, I'm not talking to this. So new receiver, that would be good. But it's the connector. I've got two good receivers here. It's the connector. I'm going to try new connector first. I should have disconnected.
Telemetry lost.
Oh, I pulled the battery connector off the receiver and the telemetry lost. Okay. Damn it. All right. We're getting this thing out. I am so embarrassed. All right, number I can be embarrassed in front of the camera. All right, there we go. We're gonna make one of these and solder it on. And let's look at those ports again. Oh, damn it. Why is it still plugged in when I... Oh, that's why. Okay. I'm going to look at those ports with ultra magnification one more time. I'm assuming the silk screen that the top row is the inner row of pads and the bottom row is the outer row of pads because that aligns with how they would be laid out. This white one is marked PC. PC. What the hell does that mean? Okay. Let's look up I'm a little disappointed in myself that I don't know what that what PC means. I'm a little disappointed that I don't have a Dell RC, a good picture. I know you sent me this. Let's scroll down further and see if there's anything better. Yeah, these are all the same pictures, right? Yeah. All right, let's download this frickin' thing. Oh, no. Save image. Save image. No taxes. Yes, our taxes. I usually do my taxes in January, and I didn't even do my taxes this year till. Look at that name. Let's just call it Dal RC405. Okay, let's look at that with something that I can zoom into. Holy moly. Open with. Do I have ARFN view? Why don't I have ARFN view? Photos. Just go. I want to zoom. Zoom. Zoom, 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 zoom. I want to move around. PC. Same thing. Let's look. PC is S-bus out. And S-port, they're not even showing going somewhere. So S-bus out is PC. And now, do I have a diagram for those freaking... Oh my god. These things are those Eachine ones, remember? I don't have I lost the paper. I'm sure, maybe it's in that drawer. Because what's P and B? It's port. P is smart port, and B is S-bus. That's what it is. Okay, so let's assume that's the case, and let's look at the colors here. I'm sorry, I'm starting from the very basics here because I'm just like, I haven't worked on these things for so long. Okay, so the white wire is S-bus and the blue wire is smart port. They freeze FR Sky and their stupid naming of things too. Smart port. So the blue one is smart port. That goes to TX4. So TX4, that makes sense. Telemetry out, transmit out of the flight controller. And then the white wire goes to PC, just like in this diagram. So that is correct. Now let's go back to his little thing and let's see if he had a beta flight picture of which port he was on, right? Oh my gosh, the mouse is all wrapped around the quad. Okay. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. You guys are probably answering my questions that I'm asking. UART 1. RC, UART 1. The Dell RC F405 has a solar pad named RC, and I'm looking at it saying it's PC. It's RC. You guys have probably been yelling at me. Thank you for yelling at me. So RC. It is RC. I'm just blind. UART 1. So let's go back to that. That's how it was in beta flight before, which now makes sense, right? Because beta flight, nothing should have happened to the configuration. Okay, we're plugged in. Let's hope I don't short out the stupid things anywhere. We're plugged in. We're going to plug it in one more time. We're going to go back to...
Telemetry recovered.
Oh, look at that. Don't you oh, I didn't show you that. It just flips right into it as soon as you plug it in. Okay, we're going to go serial RX. Turn that off. And then we're going to turn telemetry on UART 4. Save and reboot. Okay, ports. That saved it. Okay, now we're going to go back to receiver. Nothing. Okay, so now what we're going to do is disconnect. We're going to unplug the quad. We're going to plug in that other receiver again. Oh, this is the new receiver. Yep. Okay, so what have we determined? Good night, or good night, Chris. Oh, good night, Robert. You guys are both going. Both of you. See you later. 0 viewers. That's okay. We'll run with it. Okay. So we've determined. I'm gonna talk into the camera again because I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. We've determined that the I should have just okay. We're gonna disconnect this connector. We're gonna solder on a new connector. That's what we're gonna do, just to make sure. So I'm gonna make the new connector first. Let's gotta get out all these things. We need a blue wire, a white wire, a black wire, and a red wire. Let's hope I can build one of these. And let's hope that it's the right size. Let me check that first. Need one with 4. There's a 4. No, that one has 5. This one has 4. Oh my god, they're hard to grab. Hard to grab. They're very pesky. We're just going to pour some out here. Jeez. Find one with 4. There's one with 4. Put all the rest of these back in here. Oh my gosh. I can't pick them up. They're so tiny. Alright. Let's see if they're the same. They look the same. So let's build this connector. Let's go to this camera. Camera 2. Camera 2. Oh, camera 11. There we go. So we're going to build it just like that. So we're going to put a red one in first on this side. And how long do they need to be? That long. I don't even know if these things, which way they go in. The clicker, they go in. Okay. So we're going to go red one, and I think it goes that way. So what we need to do is get our little tool. Oh no, it's gone. Of course it's gone. My little cell phone tool, but we'll try something else. We'll try this little knifey thing. It's way too big. I use my little SIM card tool for that. And I don't have it because just use the knife. No, don't use the knife. Yeah, we'll use the knife. Okay. Got to put my high mag glasses on because I'm blind as a bat. Okay, let's see if we can get this. And let's see if it's in. Oh, yes. Okay, so the next one is black. So we did it. Let's see if we can find a short one of the black ones like this. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I hope you can. We're going to do that. That goes in that way. Let's double check to make sure we're doing it the right way. Yep, I'm doing it the right way. Okay. That goes up. We'll push it in with our little tip of our knife. And we'll pull on it to make sure it's connected, and you can also see the little tiny thing in there. Okay, so the next color is going to be white. I'm sorry that I should have been doing this an hour and a half ago. Let's make a new connector. But I didn't know what was wrong with it. I couldn't remember. Okay, I can't get the white one in there. Nope. Are there two different sides? Yeah, there we go. Okay, white. I keep thinking, am I doing this right? Looks like I'm doing it right. Blue. This little kit, I think, either came from Ready Made RC or Race Day Quads. I can't remember. Okay, they have two different sizes of things on here, I think. I'm so blind I can't really tell. Okay. All right. Red, black, white, and blue. Red, black, white, and blue. Oh my God, it's opposite. No, I have it upside down. You dum-dum. I'm freaking myself out. Red, black, white, and blue. Okay, we got it the same. Agreed? Agreed. So now we're going to cut off the ends of these, and we're going to solder on this just like it is, because it is in the correct way. It is the way I want. These aren't all the exact same length anyway. Look at that. So there. Somebody like me must have been on the factory floor when these were built. So we're going to cut those off like that. We're going to strip each one. We're going to put all this back away. If I can find where it belongs. And what time is it? 10:30. I still got a half an hour to go. Do you think I can get this quad fixed in a half an hour? Don't answer that, because what does it say? Is anybody here? It's going from 1 to 0. I don't trust the numbers. See, the numbers are like designed for people that stream like 5,000 people are watching. Well, 5,000 people aren't going to ever be watching me. Thank goodness. Holy crap, I'd have a heart attack. I'd have to find something better to do, wouldn't I? Okay. Now, the original design purpose of this stream was for me to motivate me. I'm selfish. To motivate me to work on stuff and live stream it, because people sometimes are interested in seeing how other people get this kind of stuff done. So now we're going to go and we're going to close Betaflight for a second, or the Betaflight computer. We're going to set it aside. We're going to get this unplugged and out of the way. We are going to assume that the receiver that's built into the quad already works. The antennas are a little chopped up, but the receiver works, we're going to assume. So we're just going to set this aside out of the way, and we're going to try to desolder this, which I don't have any water in my soldering pad sponge, so we need to fix that first. Let's prepare the sponge, shall we? Because we're sponge worthy. See if anybody ever gets that reference from popular culture. Kevin, I saw your car next to mine today. I've switched to that parking lot. It's a better parking lot, I've decided. You might have parked there just because there was probably no... Oh, receiver's still on. Because there was no other space closer. But I parked there because I've decided I want to park there now instead of in the other lot. No particular reason. Nothing adverse happened. Okay, we had the VTX on. We can turn that off. We will not have a fan going, but we should change glasses because holy smokes, I cannot see. 4x magnification is not enough. Now I'm not following my rule. I need to mask this off because I have screwed up a flight controller. In fact, one of these very Dell RC flight controllers in my past. So we'll put this back this way and we'll try to just tape right over all this stuff like that. Oh, I'm not even showing you. There. We're just trying to tape over everything so that I don't splatter my solder all over the place. And I didn't even get my wooden board to solder, but we're going to just go with it like this. I hope you all can see. I don't know if it's in focus. I'm going to just desolder these. We're going to start over here. They're just going to come right off too. Boink. Oh, boink, boink. Then we're going to clean all these up. Let's turn it this way. Okay, we're going to get all the extra solder off of there. Make it all nice and pretty. If I can get my tip cleaned off a little bit, we're going to just, there, look at that. That's pretty. Let's get that one too. Look at those clean up pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to tin a little blob on top of them again. We've got TX4, RC, not PC, RC. Oh, did you see that splurtle fly off on to the receiver? That's thankfully covered up with shrink wrap. Probably not, because the camera probably doesn't show it. But now we have prepared our pins. So now let us prepare the connector, which I have now lost. It's over here. So for this, we're going to strip off a little bit, and we're going to, oh my gosh, I am so blind. Yeah, I have to go back to work after this stream, Kevin, just for a few minutes, but so I will not park in that parking lot when I go back. I'll park in a closer spot. Okay, so we're going to strip some of these, just a little bit off of each one. My little doggy is snoring. Okay, what happened to all my blue tack? Oh my gosh. Oh, I know where it is. It's all over here on this soldering board. And that has all the stuff for my flight simulator panel on it. And I am bumming about my flight simulator. I've finally set up the computer I bought from Andy, and the rudder, it was like this before sometimes on the other computer, so it's not because of the computer, but it won't calibrate properly because the CH rudder pedals are just, well, they were my dad's, so they're like from 7 billion years ago. My dad was still alive. I should have the wood panel here because I've already seen a few bits of solder. I need a new cutting pad anyway. So if I ruin this cutting pad any more than it already is ruined, it'll be okay. All right, it's going to take me forever because I'm going to do these one at a time because otherwise they get all splayed out. I know Robert would be telling me, twist, twist, twist them. Let's try twisting. They're very small and tiny. I'm still going to do it one at a time. Oh, and you can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. Let's get this one out of the way. The soldering setup is all backwards. I got to rearrange it again. My tip is all messed up. Oh, I just breathed in all that. Ugh. Okay, gonna die a little bit sooner now. Sorry, family. Alright, we're gonna strip this. Be very careful with these skinny little tiny little wires. Oh my god, I can't believe this soldering tip. The storms have finally ended, it sounds like, even though Zoe's going to stay hiding under the desk for quite a while. Okay, one more to go. One more to go. We'll get this. Kevin, this isn't the quad I broke yesterday. This is the other quad that was already broken. And today's mission was to get one of these two quads working. I had 2 hours to do it, and I still haven't done it. But I did reminisce about our early days of flying and how I met Andy and then you through Andy, and that's what I spent my time doing today, I guess. Okay, so let's remember now. The white, let's look at the receiver again. Where is it? Lost it. I can't see anything. Oh, here it is, right in front of my face. So the P is the smart port. And the blue and the white is the S bus. So the white will go to the RC one. Oh, look, I didn't do a very good job tinning that. All right, we're still going to go with it. Okay, so here we go. Can you see? I don't know. Ground. Ground is this one. You know, if I was smart, I would have these going this way so they didn't stick out. And then have them bend back around. Let's try doing it this way. I hope I don't get my big fat head in the way. Are you going to go back? Oh, you're going to. I thought Zoe was going to go upstairs, but no, she's going to go right there. So we're going to go this way. We don't need any of these other ports anyway. So we're just going to blast it down right there. So ground. All right, let's get set up. I'm not set up. Okay, we're almost set up. How much time do I have? I have enough time to solder 4 wires, you'd think. Let's go over here. I hope I don't splatter anything into the motors, damn it. Let's go put the solder over way far away over here. Still kind of close, but all right, here we go. Ground. Good. Next is power. We'll twist this after. Gotta get these other wires out of the way. Power. Oh my gosh. That's not very good. That's better. Okay, next one is RC. That's going to be white. I should run the fan when I'm doing this, but it's so loud that it would just be a sound issue on the stream. That didn't turn out so good. Because it keeps moving. Okay, I'm going to have to get a pair of pliers. Hold on. Darn it. Okay. I'm going to have to rethink this one. Let's clean up our tip. Let's see why newbies would be intimidated by this. There we go. We'll just cut off the little bit of extra there. Okay, last one, telemetry. Get it again. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. All right, now before we bother twisting up the wires and anything, we're going to go right back to where we were. As if we had started from the beginning. We're going to open up the computer. Let's clean up our area a little bit. Because, of course, everything is a mess. We have 2 receivers that plug into this plug. Everything's a mess. Oh, my goodness. Everything is a mess here. Look at that. Oh, there's that USB cable. The one that works. Okay, this mouse sucks. It's got the most curlied up cable in the world. Okay, we can do this. We can. Might take me a while, but we can do it. Okay, USB, computer. Let's get logged into the computer. Oh, we're logged in. That's right, I told it not to log me out. Okay, beta flight 2, window 2. Okay, we're going to plug a receiver in. We're going to plug the existing receiver in first. Oh my gosh, I need glasses to do that. Better glasses. We will plug this in. Okay. Gosh, I hope this works after all this. Might not, though. Okay, turning on the radio.
Welcome to OpenTX. Acro mode. Situation normal.
We will try to change the model later, but we're going to just keep it with this for now. Because it did bind to it before. Okay, let's remove all the tape. Let's put this VTX in some location where it seems like it will not be blasted by or shorted to ground, since it's not connected. There's our wires that are pointing inwards now, so they can kind of curl back. Okay, go to computer. Plug in USB to flight controller. Hold the VTX down there. Now let's plug in the... Robert would be yelling at me to use a short stopper because I've done something to the computer, to the board, but we're not going to do that. Look at that. Boom, right into it. Love this new beta flight. Okay. Receiver tab. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There's where you turn on telemetry. Right there, which makes sense. Nothing. Damn it, what is wrong with this thing? UART 1. Smart port. I don't understand. Okay, let's try the other receiver now. Let's just disconnect. Damn it. Disconnect. Let's do the other receiver.
Telemetry lost.
Telemetry lost, but why? Why no connection? Okay, where's that other receiver? It's over here. Okay. We're going to plug in the other receiver now. What am I doing wrong? What am I missing on this? I mean, obviously there was a problem. I couldn't fly it anymore. I couldn't bind to it. I don't remember the details. It's too long ago. I just had it sitting in a crate.
Telemetry recovered.
Telemetry recovered. Ports. Everything's good.
Telemetry lost.
Oh.
Telemetry recovered.
Nothing. Nothing.
Acro mode. Angle mode.
Okay, let's go to a different model. I'm going to try all the different models. Purple haze. Nothing. I'm getting nothing, and yet I've got another green light, so I'm still bound to that one. All right, let's do this. Oh, we're still in that model. Hold on. No, I'm not going to. Here. Oh, we're in the right camera. Let's go to Purple Haze. Select model. Press enter to confirm.
Acro mode. Lights off. Disengage.
Nothing on the throttle. Nothing. Okay, so let's go to.
Engaged.
These are all the same things. So let's.
Angle mode. Acro mode. Horizon mode. Angle mode.
Oh no,
Horizon
it's not
mode.
bound to
Acro
that one.
mode. Horizon mode. Angle mode.
Got a red flashing light. So let's go back to the other model, which is, see, we were bound to that one. So let's go to that one that we're bound to. Shit, I didn't get to it. I passed it. Number 21. We're not going to get this fixed in time. Unbelievable. 2 hours. And I haven't gotten a single thing done.
Situation normal.
Nothing.
Engage.
Nothing. There is nothing coming from this receiver. Nothing. It's not the receiver. It's not the connector. What is it? What is wrong with this goddamn quad? I can't figure it out. Okay, so let's go to the red 250. Where's that one? Right there. Oh, red 250. Enter.
Angle mode. Lights off. Disengage.
Nothing. See, it's bound to that one too. No, it's not bound to that one. Okay, so it's definitely bound to the D18, which is the one I originally thought it was. The one that all my quads are supposed to be bound to, but for some reason the other one is bound to a different model, which is fine. D16, I mean. God damn it, I passed it again. So, yeah. Yes, kids, this is how you don't know, when you don't know what you're doing, this is what it looks like.
Angle mode.
2 hours
normal.
of
Disengage.
not knowing how to fix this quad. What's wrong with it? I have 2 different receivers. They both bind to this thing. Nothing shows up on Betaflight in the receiver tab. So it's basically dead. It's basically dead. So the only way to test this is for me to desolder this and solder it onto another flight controller, which I think I have somewhere, but I'll have to look. So yeah, that just sucks. This quad is not going to get fixed today after all this. I was sure it had to be the connector after doing that. The only other thing I can think of is the ports. So we're going to just disable this and put it on. But I have already tried this. No, I didn't turn off the other port. It's not going to work. I've already tried this. I've already tried it. Yep. Nothing. Nothing. I'm switching the ports around. Nothing. It's not UART2. It's not anything. It's on UART1 is where it's supposed to be. Just like the link that Robert gave me. And I can't get it to work. UART3, why not? UART3, save and reboot. It won't work, but why not try it just in case there's some strange vibe in the universe. See, these would not all just, they would jitter, especially with my radio. So we know immediately. And then, yeah. UART4. No. So it's not the firmware. It's not the flight controller works. Everything seems to be working except the goddamn receiver. Oh, I never checked the receiver tab. Yeah, of course. UART6, UART5, whatever. Oh, battery's running low. I went into extra power saving mode because the battery's running low on the laptop. UART6, receiver tab, nothing. So we got nothing on this quad. And I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix it. So yeah, folks, this was a real bummer of a live stream. I don't even think I'm going to let this one stay on the air. I'm just going to delete the whole goddamn thing. It's too bad because I had a nice story about Andy and Kevin starting off flying back in the old days. But hey, I don't know if it's a nice story or not. So clearly what I have to do is get a different flight controller and hook up this receiver with this wiring just to see, does it work or not? Does it work or not? I don't know. I don't know what works and what doesn't work. The receiver has a green light, which means it is bound to this radio model at this point in time. And when I disconnect, I get the telemetry loss. So the radio says I lost communication with the thing that I was communicating with. The flight controller clearly is working and talking to Betaflight. But it's not talking to the receiver. But yet the receiver seems to work. And Betaflight seems to work. So, and I replaced the connector. I thought for sure before it might have been the connector. I thought I'd get done so fast that I could start working on this quad or something, or that plane back there. For another project, I guess. But man, what a bummer. What a bummer. I'm bummed. This is the kind of part of the hobby that's just like, well, it's frustrating. 2 hours isn't that big of a deal. There's people that spent hours and days, and anyway. I don't think anybody, oh, maybe Kevin, you're still watching, I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. We're done with the stream. It's 11 o'clock. I got 2 more minutes. I'll babble on for 2 minutes about. I tried everything. Yeah. So this quad's not going to fly. That quad's not going to fly. I don't even know. This is a quad that I got from Odin. So we're going to have to take this apart and see if I can get this to work. Oh, this I remember fixing. This is the Eachine. I put that in there. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But this quad works. It's just got a bad frame. So I might just take the arm off, one of the arms off of this one, stick it on that one until I get another frame to put this one on and see what the hell. I guess I could try. No. I could try using, there's an uninverted port, I think, on this, at least on the XSR. I need a different connector for the XSR, so if I do the XSR, I'll have to solder on a different connector. All right. I'm going to put this back to the way it should be, though. The way it should be is smart port on UART4 and serial RX on UART1. Wow. I'm really confused about this. I'm really confused because obviously I flew it. It used to fly. So something's broken. Look at all these presets. They didn't used to have these. UAV tech. Whoop. Okay. Gotta go, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm sorry I've disappointed all of you. I mean, holy crap. What like watching grass grow, huh? I'm serious. I started off so happy too, talking about, I was so happy. Flying yesterday was so much fun. I had stories to tell, and then I just wasted 2 hours doing nothing. So, yeah, that's happened sometimes. Okay, I'll just be bummed out some other time. Good night, you guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.